Live from Harbor Station, it's the Vector Spaceman Show. Now here's your host, Vector Spaceman.
Hey, Space Cadets, it's your old pal Vector Spaceman. We're back at it again and coming to you live straight from Harbor Station, broadcasting on all frequencies to our beautiful planet Earth. Now, whether you're catching us live or maybe you're watching us after the show, don't you know, we're glad to have you on board. Thanks for helping us keep outer space the place to be today, Monday, November 10th, 2025. Space waits for no man. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, incredible space cadets, wonderful peoples. Hi, Dee Dee, how you doing? And Blue Bomber, so quick with the reflexes, grabbing that first of the evening. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is thriving. Hope everybody is vibing. Hope everybody is having a great start to your week. It's the Vector Spaceman Show with me, your host, the Vector Spaceman. Fortified with essential vitamins and minerals. May cause kidney stones. Consult your doctor. Welcome back, Space Cadets, and if you're just tuning in for the first time tonight, welcome aboard. We're continuing our playthrough of the No Man's Sky, a Beachhead Expedition tonight, because I'm noticing how little time there actually is to get it finished, and I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be able to do it all on tomorrow's show. So join us as we chase some interstellar chivos on our quest for time-gated rewards. Ain't that the way of it? Now, if you missed the last show, we had ourselves a little Spaceman Saturday karaoke stream. Always a fine time, trying out some Christmas tunes ahead of a VTuber collab album that we're going to be part of this year. This, of course, all came after another afternoon stream on the same day, on the same Saturday, so we were a little bit, a wee bit hoarse, if you will, by the time things wound down. But we persist, we struggle, we do it all for you, Space Cadets, and let's be honest, we do have a fun time with those streams, but you won't find karaoke streams on the VOD archive. No, sir. You gotta catch those live. So if you want to stay up to date with all of our broadcasts so that you never ever miss a show, then be sure to follow Vector Spaceman on YouTube, Blue Sky, and of course, right here on Twitch. Hey, Vector, this is Mega Man responding to the card. Good to have ya, Bomba. Hope that your Monday is going swell. Good to see you. Good to see you, doggy. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for the claps. Thanks for the stretches. We got to get nice and limber for today's show. Absolutely. Because we're all stiff. We're all seized up. Because there's been a frigid first snowfall of the year right below the station. Record-breaking early snowfall for southern Ontario. The winter, it's coming. It's coming for all of us. It's gonna get you if you're not careful. Gotta stay bundled up this time of year. But it was outstanding. It was fantastic. Yesterday we got this first lovely thick blanket of snow. The kind that keeps things insulated a little bit so you can still go out walking and it's not, too cold. It was decent. It was nice. I don't know if I can say I'm like a big winter enjoyer. But because we got so much of it all at once, it wasn't like your typical, you get a little dusting here and you're kind of reminded of the fact that, winter's coming and now there's going to be slush all over the road and stuff. No, it's just one big fat snowfall. How's there snow up here at the station? No, right below the station. Right below the station, so we get to see it. We get to take a look at it. And when we pop down Earthside, we're right in the thick of it, right in the middle of things. And so that's why we're going back to the beach, to the Beachhead Expedition. Nice little segue, Spaceman. That's tonight's target, that's tonight's goal, a little more No Man's Sky. And all the while, of course, we're going to be chit-chatting with the Space Cadets, as we love to do. How's everybody's Monday been going? What have you been up to? Did you have a good Sunday, good Saturday, good weekend? Live out your dreams? Spaceman got started on a little Christmas shopping, trying to get ahead of things this year so we're not stressing ourselves out. All the stress and all the anxiety that we find ourselves in when it comes to gift-giving times of years is because we keep putting it off. Just get it done ahead of time, Spaceman. Get it delivered, get it on order, get everything sorted out, figured out, and then you're not stressing. Not stressing last minute. That's a good idea, Spaceman. Excellent idea, in fact. Also over the weekend, saw the digital release of that Frankenstein movie that I was hyping up so much. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Great watch. Great time. Mr. Guillermo del Toro always makes, if nothing else, always makes visually stunning films. I don't know if I can say that it was his best narratively, because he did write the screenplay. And it's an adaptation, of course, but you can still tell, okay, this was written by a guy who English is not his first language, and there's maybe some clumsy dialogue in here. But overall, we're talking solid passing grade. This is like a easy 7.5/8 out of 10. Would recommend. That was an immersion break. Didn't realize. we try to blur those lines, if you will. You know. Yes, Vector Spaceman, of course. Space Canadian. We've long admitted that. Keeping a stable orbit somewhere over, southern Ontario. I think the first, hit the mic. I think the first whole year that we were streaming, right up until the first Halloween special that we did. We had just pretended to be an American, just because that was, considered the default position for English-speaking virtual streamers. But as you get more and more people in the space, you get to see more and more Canadians, and we started to, come around to, admitting that we were part of the team as well. Without giving too much away, of course. Oh, you know what else is cool? And tangentially related to Canadianisms. Today marks the 50th anniversary of the shipwrecking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Famous freighter, which was lost over the Great Lakes. And mythologized in a song by Canadian songwriter Gordon Lightfoot. That's your Canadian fun facts for the day, Space Cadets. 50 years ago, historic shipwreck. We're going to be back streaming tomorrow as well, presumably. Tomorrow, of course, being Remembrance Day, or Armistice Day if you're actually a Space American. So get your poppies on and all that. Maybe we should get a little asset for the model. All we have is the Flash logo. That'll have to suffice. Take a quick drink here. Give me a sec. We were rushing getting the stream set up. That's my bad. So we're snacking on grapes, chugging some lemon water. But we're ready to go. We're ready to get into this. Hex yeah. Tonight's the night for some No Man's Sky. Are we going to get through this Beachhead Expedition? I'm fingers crossed. We got a few hours to try and knock out some more Chivos. Let's get to it, Space Cadets. All the while, of course, we're going to be chit-chatting, so stick around. Let me know how your day's going. Let me know how your weekend's been. We're going to get into this. Let me throw on my gaming hands here, and let's head on over to the big screen, shall we? Boom! Here we are. We got the tracking model that can do little head motions with the mouse. That's great. And let's load up this bad boy. We might even try, over the course of this evening, to see if we can't figure out a way to keep the game from crashing when we go to ad breaks. We'll have to try experimenting with a few new sequences, if you will. Because we know that we can't just tab into it, then change screens. It's been a whole ordeal. Anybody who's seen us play this knows it's been a whole ordeal. Here we are. Back at the station that we left off on last time. Here we are aboard the Numa Numa. Let's get back to our capital ship, because we have got Chivos to complete. We've completed the whole first set. We're on to phase 2 now. We gotta come to the aid of a stranded life form, presumably various crash sites litter nearby planets. Charts leading to distress signals, so we need a distress signal from a space station cartographer. Alright, so if that's the case, let me just do an about face here. Get back in there. Let's get some charts. Let's get charted. Okay, if I were a cartographer. Hello, Chiss. I don't know your language, sir. Can you give me a distress settlement chart, planetary chart, secret emergency cartographic? Yeah, that's what we want, right? Navigation data. Exchange navigation data for new charts. We have no navigation data? Insufficient navigation data. I thought for sure we had some kicking around. Do we have any on the freighter? There it is, navigation data. Gosh darn it, we had it in the wrong inventory slot. Alright, well that's annoying. That means we're gonna have to go to the freighter, which is parked right outside. Maybe if we just get close enough, we can transfer cargo. What is this? What are these icons? Are these ships that we can trade with? Recruitable frigate. Oh. Oh. Incoming message. Interloper, are you seeking glory for your fleet? Permit us to bolster your ranks. Oh, they want us to pay for it. Well, we ain't got the cash, so no can doobie. Thanks for the offer, but no thanks. Now I've lost sight of our freighter. There it is. Oh, this thing turns on a dime. All right, let's see if we can't just do a cheeky close range cargo trade. I guess not. Oh, now we can do it, now that we're actually docked. You know what though, this is a good opportunity for us to check what it takes to build a teleporter in here, because that would save us a lot of running back and forth. And by running, I mean flying. Bomber says, I have an idea for an audio redeem, the golf clap. Useful in most positive situations, like when a good play is made or a minor convenience happens. I think the, like we've got the cheer, but isn't the, let me just tab over here, isn't the, don't we have the clap, just the clap? That's kind of golfy, isn't it? That's kind of, you know, kind of like, you're thinking more like a single little golf clap though, right? I get what you mean. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Teleport chamber. What do we need? Antimatter and an amino chamber. Can I build an amino chamber? No, unless I get chlorine. Well, how can we synthesize chlorine? I don't think we just pick chlorine up off the ground. But we do need some antimatter. 1, 2, 3. Don't have enough carbon. Condensed carbon. We need condensed carbon even. Alrighty. Well, we'll keep that in the back of our minds then. And we need chlorine. I'm gonna look that up real quick, because it's gotta be some sort of synthesized procedure. Let's see here. No Man's Sky. Chlorine. Presumably, we just scrape it up out of a pool somewhere. A processed aquatic mineral. Looks like we do just scrape it up off the pool. Organic rocks. Trade terminals. Hey, Ghost, our certified space ace. Who up condensing they carbon. We're condensing our carbon and we're trying to concentrate our salt. Because that can give us chlorine as well. Okay, salt equals chlorine. Good to know. We need more carbon, we need more salt. Stay salty, cadets. Did you have a good weekend, Ghost? Hope your Monday's going well. We're being expeditious yet again. I figured we'd throw in a Monday stream. Just in case we couldn't get everything done tomorrow. It was okay, that's what we love to hear. We take okays. We take okay Sundays. Alright, now we can jet back to the space station, and we can pick up a distress signal. Smart, considering how short these reruns are. Well, yeah, that's the other thing, is that it's going to be over lickety-split, too. Gotta make sure we can get everything done before they take it away from us. They yank it away from us yet again. Though I guess this is like the third time or something like that they've done this specific expedition. Probably because it's got the Normandy, right? It's got the Mass Effect gated content, and that's probably popular amongst players. Okay, we need an emergency cartographic data. Product received. Let's go help someone in distress. Oh, you know, we should actually see if we can't buy some more salt, carbon, that sort of stuff. Cobalt, no. No, no. Dioxide, no. Why, I can't use any of this. Alright, don't let me forget, we gotta pick up some carbon off the floor, we gotta pick up some salt, too. Interstellar rescue, mission target is very distant. There's our planetary chart with emergency data. I was happy to get this one since I missed this expedition the first time. So how it works, right, is they'll just rerun everything that was from this year. So we'll automatically get a rerun of Breach and Corvette. And then they choose a few other popular ones, I guess. So that means we don't have to worry about the ones that we actually got when they came out. That'll save us from having to do more No Man's Sky. Not that we don't love doing No Man's Sky, but it means we got more time for other activities. Locked in. What do we got on this planet? Copper, ammonia, a spaceman playing a space expedition, out of fuel.
Technology recharge.
Thank goodness that we will never run out of tritium. Yes, it's quite meta. We do No Man's Sky, we've done Elite Dangerous in the past. We love all sorts of spacey stuff. Beachhead Titan Relics Corvette Breach. Alright, so that means we gotta go to Titan and Relics after these as well then. Let's go reach that stranded pilot. Woo! Spinning's a good trick. Why is everything fuzzy? And like a glove. Alright, there's our fella, but what if we grabbed some carbon while we were here? Thank you. Don't mind if I do. More carbon, more power. Can't believe we ran out of carbon. Can I get a sound off in the chat, Space Cadets? Can I get a sound off in the chat, Space Cadets? Oh, I'm here myself because I've got the stream going on the other. I guess that means that we're up though. Stream going on the other. I guess that means that we're up though. Stream going on the other. I guess that means that we're up though. Stream going on the other. Oh, it just echoes like that. That's fun. All right, let's shut that down. Welcome back, Space Cadets. Welcome back to the show. We had an unexpected upload failure for some reason. We're gonna write that off as a Twitch issue. I think that's what we ought to do. I think that's for the best. That's for all of us. All right, let's head on over to the big screen, as you were, Spaceman. Are we gonna crash? We sure are gonna crash. Should have used that as an opportunity to test sequencing. That's fine though. Twitch is just having a real heck of a moment. Twitch be out here being challenged all of a sudden. And by extension, we're feeling it. All right, not to worry, we saved before it went down. But I was in the middle of an important question before we got disconnected. I'll reiterate it once we get back into the game.
Toxic protection falling.
See, I wanted to know that if we are grabbing materials off of plants and stuff like this, let's do a little test here. We're gonna get a grand total of 27 carbon. I wanted to know, do we get any more if we've actually scanned? No. No, we do not. In fact, we got less that time. So it's probably just random within a fixed range then. But it does say that if you scan it, but now we can get oxygen out of it as well. So I guess there is always a good reason to be scanning. Gives additional resources. So on those ones that are, like that says analyze for, you know, extra goodies. Ferrite dust and sodium. Don't we love a little sodium? All right, so that's worth knowing then. Good tips, pro tips. I wonder if any of these have chlorine. No, just oxygen. Just oxygen. Don't hold your breath, it's just oxygen. Okay, we were here for a reason. We gotta help Buddy out here. He's distressed. Seems ragged with exhaustion and inconsolably furious. They're unsteady on their feet with the distorted manner of someone who has flown for days without rest. Whatever or whoever they were pursuing, it doesn't seem to be nearby. Let's offer him sustenance. Rage bubbles up in the warrior, perceiving insult in the kindly meant gesture. It was not their own weakness or hunger that landed them here. It was the weakness of their ship. He makes a vulgar gesture toward their starship, seeming to resent it for failing him. I'm welcome to investigate, it seems. Investigate the damaged starship. So if we help him, only lightly damaged, nav still actively targeting coordinates in a nearby system. Judging by the movement of the target, it is almost certainly another ship, perhaps only one hyperdrive jump away. A cursory examination reveals that both the launch thrusters and hyperdrive have been drained of fuel. It seems a simple, empty tank is the source of all the warrior's frustration. Fuel launch thrusters or fuel both? I guess we could fuel both. That seems kindly. Both the thruster and hyperdrive are now fueled. The ship is fully prepared to navigate directly to its target coordinates. Well, there you go, bud. How about that? Get up. He roars with thanks, gifting me a generous portion of their cargo. Their ship is strong again. Their target's cowardly flight has come to an end. Viking's eyes glitter with bloodlust. These guys. Ooh, we got some plasma. We can sit? I didn't know we could sit. That's good sitting. Let's take a sitting picture. Oh, the ship's gone. That'll do. Okay, so we got new chivos, recovered items, supreme movement upgrades, and multi-tool inventory slots. Nice. We're gonna use those on our good multi-tool back in the actual save. So what are these? Damaged analysis units. Worthless except as scrap. Let's turn it into something good. Indium. Magnetized ferrite and platinum. Okay. We're gonna have to move some of this into other cargo spots.
Toxic protection falling.
Our toxic protection is falling. And there's a sentinel nearby. Okay. We need condensed carbon. So let's condense our carbon. Freighter out of range. Freighter out of range. Why is our carbon on the freighter? Condense that bad boy. And then we need, what was it? Chlorine in order to make a teleporter. Which means we need salt. Let's see if we can't find any salt on this planet. I think it would have pegged in atmosphere. Carbon crystals, though. That's kind of big. How far is that? That's not far. That's walking distance. Let's go grab some carbon while we're here. Big, big carbon.
Toxic protection falling.
Toxic protection is falling rapidly. So let's grab as much as we can and skedaddle. Sentinels all up in my biz.
Sentinel drones.
I swear we're cool. Don't even worry about it. Ow. Alright, time to skedaddle. Back to the ship. searching for us, but they won't find us. We're too slippery. Call off the search. Okay. Let's check the system log. Any place we can get salt. Can we do anything with ammonia? Does ammonia transmute into salt at any rate? Doesn't look like it. We need chlorine in order to make our amino chamber. But we should be able to find chlorine in the water, so we just gotta find some place that's got water. That's a volcanic planet. But I can definitely see some watery patches. So maybe we could try there. Glacial planet. Let's give this one a shot. Also, what else do we have to do for this expedition? So explore a freighter crash site. We're gonna have to buy more nav stuff for that. Reach a second rendezvous. Construct a double cultivation chamber. Fleet expeditions, and for that we need some other fleet room thingamajig. Chart waypoints. What does that mean? Chart waypoints. Find waypoint beacons outside most planetary structures. Exchange nav data with space station cartographers for charts to more planetary buildings. Okay. So again, stuff that we gotta buy at space stations. Reach another rendezvous. Construct teleport chamber, so we do have to do that eventually. Discover ancient ruins. Can we do that with data? Signal booster to search for alien ruins. Okay. We can do that on the next planet we land on then. Dig up buried items, so that's just anything under the ground. That's easy enough. Discover 8 systems. Earn nanites. That's going to come naturally. And then all this stuff comes after reaching the last rendezvous. Okay. So let's hit up this planet here. You know what? Now is actually a great time to summon the anomaly, since we haven't done that yet. Get all of the gear that we wanted to have, that we wanted to bring in with us. We got any tritium stored in here? No, just trying to condense down what we do have. Magnetized ferrite, regular ferrite. Condense down as much as we can. Or what do I need to make a metal plate with? Is it ferrite dust? Or is it magnetized ferrite? It's ferrite dust. Okay, so we gotta at least have one of those. Now the rest can be magnetized. We also need to make sure this thing stays fueled. Free up some slots. Okay, paraffinium. What do I use paraffinium for? Nothing I can think of off the top of my head, but can we turn it into ferrite dust? Sure, I guess. We're not using it right now, so why not give us some more ferrite dust? Let's grab all of our gear. Maybe we might even have some salt. Did we bring any salt? We did not, but we got some warp cells, we got some condensed carbon. Take the stuff that we already have multiples of. All good, all good. We could create a copy of our vector space van, but it's going to cost us a lot, isn't it? If we open that up, it's going to say, yeah, it costs 2,800 nanites, which we don't have. So, no dice. Alright, so we're going to check out that planet that's got water on it so we can try to get some... Actually, is there a... like, trade post here? There's all the upgrade stuff down there, but is there like an actual trading unit diddly-do? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. Or I've missed it entirely. One of the two. No worries, though. We're going on an adventure. Double up on a lot of this. I've still got Gravitino balls that I forgot to sell off. Man. All these upgrades that we don't need right now. I don't know what I use unstable plasma for. Probably nothing in this playthrough. We got phosphorus. We're out of fuel.
Technology recharge.
Okay, where's our marked planet? There we are. Oh yeah, that looks like it's got plenty of water. Didn't think the stream would be back up and running short. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, we had a slight little hiccup. We were back in like a single minute. Not even a problem. Welcome back, though. We're on the hunt for some salt. We gotta stay salty. Or rather, what we really need is chlorine. So we're going to a water world. Let's go ahead and touch down on the coast here. Splash. And let's go for a dive. Let's see what we can't find here. What is that? Oxygen sac. We're looking for like kelp and stuff. Carbon and oxygen. Not that I got anything against carbon and oxygen. Ah, chlorine. Chlorine and dihydrogen. Don't mind if I do. This thing better pop off when we actually bust it. Let's see. Bam. Ow. Did I just get hit by a jellyfish? Out here dodging jellied fish? Cytophosphate. What else you got? And carbon. Ow! Jellyfish, chill. Oh, new type of mineral. Highest electric potential. Nice. We're making all sorts of discoveries tonight. Alright, last one, and we should have more than enough. Is the ship. There we go. Ship.
Technology recharge.
Okay, let's assess our haul here. Don't need this, so we're gonna ditch that. 200 chlorine, yeah, that's gonna be more than enough. A glorious ship mounted on a perpendicular pontoon. Yes, look at our glorious ship. Look at our glorious pontoons. How are you doing, Rin? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell. We're taking care of the latest Redux exposition. Cranking out Chivos. Finally, a Vector Spaceman stream. Won't talk about the last. Well, the last one was on. Oh, sorry, Karen, you didn't even get to see the order for the blue. 98 blues have been served. Also, thanks for spending all your cadet credits. You know we love it. Gotta get that Mass Effect frigate, that's the thing. Limited time, gated content. I'm trying to hit multiple birds with one stone here. Looking for ruins, building teleporters, doing all sorts of things. Grabbing chlorine. Do a quick out of atmosphere hop here. No, Karen, technically the last stream that we did was on Saturday. We did a little karaoke times. Of course, those ones won't show up in the VOD. You gotta be on site for those. But yes, the last one we tried to do last week was a little iffy, a little scuffhead. But we're back. Everything seems to be working except for like the minute we were down earlier. Fingers crossed. Let's not jinx it. Everything's coming up, Spaceman. Hope your weekend went well, Kieran. Hope that you are having a fine Monday as well. Now those look like ruins. They look like teeny tiny ruins, but ruins nonetheless. We must explore. I don't know what that word means. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. Aliens locked in combat. One triumphs, leading the victim to bleed to death. With the last of their strength, the vanquished alien gestures towards me. I accept his knowledge. The name Freakin floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue I seared into my brain. Super duper. Imprint of an ancient civilization, absorbed by this strange marker. The story of the Freakin somehow spills out in the language of my own people. The noble travelers will be spared, their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted, so it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. The Freakin shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. Seek knowledge of the past. Get another scan. And that's a Chivo. There's another ancient ruin off-planet. Cool. Reach the site and use a terrain manipulator to search for treasure. We love treasure. And we do still need to dig up buried items. My inventory is full, so I can't accept the rewards from that. Complete expeditions, chart waypoints, freighter crash, more rendezvous. We could probably knock out quite a bit of this tonight still, though. First thing we gotta do is clear up some of our inventory. So I'm thinking we're gonna go back to the ship, back to the freighter, rather. We're going to build that teleporter chamber. We're going to send our ships out on little expeditions. Where is my freighter? There it is. And then we're going to have to go back to the space station. So that we can buy some more cartographic information. And we're gonna do all that let me see here. Let me tab out for a sec. Snooze and add. Okay, that'll give us a little more time. A little more time. Alright, where do we want to put a teleporter? That's the big question. What is this? Octa cabinet. What does an octa cabinet do? I haven't a clue. This is where we had the... Can we move it around? We can move it around. Great, I don't care about that one, so let's put it over here. And then we can put our teleporter right here. Teleporter chamber needs an amino chamber and it needs more antimatter. That's what we needed. Okay, we can probably make more antimatter. Yep. And we need an amino chamber, which is what we needed the chlorine for. Amino chamber, where are you? There you are. There we go. And just like that, we got ourselves a teleporter chamber. Now that'll make it easier to get to and from the freighter. Technology room plans and construction room plans. Okay, we take those. Powerful underwater oxygen upgrade, band hazard protection, and historical document. Ooh, historical document. What is a historical document? Historical document. Where is historical document? Freakin reports. Guess it's just good for trading. It's worth 1.8 million units. That's pretty good. We take those. Make sure it's in my regular inventory. So we got more distress signal charts. We got exosuit upgrade charts. Those might be worth bringing back to the main save, if I'm honest. A geobay for a walker, salvaged frigate modules. That's going to be worth taking back with us into the main save. Once we get out of here. Nip buds are, I'm pretty sure, Gek drugs. So those can be sold off for some fast cash, and my Gravitino balls. Don't forget to sell balls. Let's see, we're gonna have to use the rest of our starship fuel. Okay. How much does this charge? That charges a lot, actually. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, condensing down the rest of our barite dust. What do I need unstable plasma for? Nothing that I can think of right now. And indium? Don't think I need indium for anything. Can I transmute indium into anything useful? Chromatic metals. Don't mind if I do. You never know when you're going to need more chromatic metals. Okie dokie. Let's go back to the station. We don't even have to fly there anymore. That's gonna save us so much time. We just warp there. Easy peasy. And it brings my ship with me, right? Yes, it do. Alright, let's do our due diligence. Save the game. Because we are going to go for an ad break. Let's head back on over to the screen, shall we? The station, here we are. And let's head behind the desk for a moment. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. See, now is time for you guys to order some delicious cups of blue. Now that we can see what's going on here. And we got hot dogs on sale now, too. Isn't that great? Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful? I think so. Okay, here's the dealio. The Vector Spaceman show continues in short order right after this, okay? We're gonna get this, what do you call it, this expedition done tonight, struggle our way through it, but we gotta take an ad break first. Those are the rules. Those are the breaks. And we're taking a break right now. Don't go nowhere. The show continues right after this. And we're gonna remember this time test out methods, orders of operation for trying to bring the gaming screen up that isn't going to crash No Man's Sky. Because it is perpetually problematic, giving us real grief. See, we didn't have to go mining for salt. We were salty enough already because the game keeps crashing on us. All right, let's check our social meteors. Start looking ahead. See who we want to go say hi to tonight. Plenty of fine streamers. We will not be lacking for raid targets. Fantastic. Once again, you guys, because I can't hype it up enough, if you haven't checked out that new Frankenstein, really great movie. Really good movie. Really solid, decent movie. And you can watch it digitally now. I'm still... Oh, you know what movie I saw last week that just infuriated me? I'll wait till we come back from ad break to talk about it. But boy, will we be talking about it. And looks like we're back. Now here's what we're going to try. We are going to try loading the game screen in a slightly different order so that maybe it doesn't crash on us. We're going to completely minimize the screen. That's what we're going to try to do. Then we're going to switch over. Hasn't crashed yet. Now we just need to... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There's nothing seems to work. Bizarre. All right, give me 2 seconds to load that up then. We've tried switching over before we tab into it. We have tried tabbing over into it before we switch the screen. Alas, nothing seems to work. And I've never seen any other streamer have a problem with it. It's strictly a Spaceman issue. Alright, let's go buy some navigational data and sell a bunch of junk. I know, right? We just get lucky. It's all us. Let's drop some... Why can't I sell my super expensive dealio? from my starship. Oh, because it's in the starship and I didn't choose the right inventory. There we go. Sell some reports. Sell some balls. Sell some contraband. Superb. Now, we need a bunch of navigational data. We need a freighter crash site. Let's start there. You got that for me? You got that crash site? Habited outpost, relic, dig sites. Drop pod, no. Secret cartographic, no. Distress signal, no. Planetary settlement, no. Treasure, no. No. We just supposed to randomly stumble across one? Because we've done that in the past, but hardly seems the way to do it. What is a secure site of interest? Let's look this up here. No Man's Sky, how to find crashed freighter. We're trying to find a crashed freighter. You can find a crashed freighter by flying low over a planet's surface and scanning for points of interest, using a signal booster to locate them, or buying and using planetary charts. Apparently, this is according to Reddit. That there's another way, which is to use the submarine. Best way is the Nautilin submersible vehicle. It can specifically search for crashed freighters, but you have to summon it underwater. Seems an odd way to go about it. Maybe we can just, scan low, see if we can't find one. Easiest to find is on a barren moon. Fly slow and low. Sooner or later you'll find one. That seems to be the most common advice. Slow and low. Just keep an eye out for one. See, we did have a moon without atmosphere last time we were playing. I don't think we're still in that same system, though. Okay, let's hold off on that one for now, then. What else can we knock out? Double cultivation chamber. We should be able to do that now, right? Complete fleet expeditions. Chart waypoints. What does chart waypoints mean? Find waypoint beacons outside most planetary structures. Oh, so like outposts and stuff like that. Okay. Well, we can do that. We can actually buy that from this guy. Planetary charts for inhabited outposts, so we need 5. We need 5 of them. Or settlement charts? No, we don't need a whole settlement, right? Yeah, we don't need to spend that much. This should work.
Product received.
Oh, we've already got planetary charts. Oh, my bad. Oh, wait. No, that's what we just bought. That's what we just bought, Spaceman. Don't be silly. No, we had planetary charts on the ship. Ah, shoot. Shucks. Undo. Take back. Alright, we learned from our mistakes. Cultivation chamber. Start some fleet expeditions. Discover systems. We're getting very near to completing this, all in one pretty big jump. So let's go back to the Praetor. That is just saving us so much time. I'm still always going to be a little, like, iffy about like the fact that that your ship teleports and stuff like that with you. Seems kind of cheesy. But I ain't complaining right now. So what do we need for a double cultivation chamber? We need facium, which can be transmuted from, what is it, Mordrite or whatever? Which we get from dead critters. So it looks like we're gonna have to do a little safari. But first thing we should do is manage the fleet. Teleport aboard these. That's cool. I didn't know we could do that. Don't want to dismiss him. I want to send him on missions and stuff. How do we do that? Fleet expeditions. Select the freighter command mission. Installing additional fleet management stations. Purchase frigates from the bridge of your capital ship. What's the bridge? Oh, plan and dispatch expeditions. We gotta talk to this guy. We cannot dispatch expeditions with a fleet command room. Okay. Fine, I guess we'll build a fleet command room. Refiner room, freighter corridor, scanner room. Do we not have the blueprints for a fleet command room? Oh, fleet command room. We got everything we need, so let's just pop it in here. Do anything with it? Fleet command room. Calibrating command post. Success. One support frigate available. No frigate fuel blueprints available. Let's download those then. Frigate fuel. We know how to make frigate fuel. So, what my understanding is that you can send out a frigate on expedition and then just immediately recall it, and it'll count for the Chivo. So we don't have to end up waiting like 3 hours, which is great. I love that. Let's send our buddy boys out on a voyage of discovery. Require 50 tons of fuel. Launch expedition. Now can we recall them? Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was led astray. Maybe they updated that. We don't want to remove them from the fleet. That would be silly. They're awaiting orders. They're on mission. I want to recall them, though. All of our fleet command rooms are busy. Construct more if you wish to expand your command. Try it at the fleet room? Yeah, that might work. Let's try it at the fleet room. Oh! First Lieutenant of the Bard. Okay, so maybe I can talk to him about something? No, he's just here for some reason. Manage expeditions, though. Speak with command. Abort expedition. There we go. And now... Nope, still says 0 out of 3. So I guess that didn't work. Or maybe we have to debrief the commander. End expedition. Now it counts as having done one. We did. Okay, so we just had to go through all the steps. All the steps to cheese it. We're cooking with space gas now, you guys. Let's do it again. So we don't have to wait 3 hours. I'm sure it's very exciting when you're actually, getting the rewards and all that. The greatest adventure? Absolutely, we go on the greatest adventure. And then we call him back. We must seem like just the dumbest commander at this point. It's like, actually, go here. But on second thought, don't. Here's another job, but, actually... I changed my mind. Reel it in. Bring it back. Also, not that you want to go this far, but you can start a long expedition, then change the system clock to speed run. Oh, like on my actual computer? There's a nut. I don't like doing that, though. Like, I kind of wish that No Man's Sky was a little more persistent. Instead of being, like saves locked to your PC. I wouldn't hate it if it had a little more MMO in its DNA. But of course, at the same time, people love the fact that you can play with mods and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna ruin their fun. No expedition assigned. Oh. Did we forget to actually start the expedition? The greatest triumph. Weird that you can't just manage it all from one terminal. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? That's a Chivo. Okay, so we still need to produce a double plant room. And in order to do that, we need more Facium. And in order to get that, we need to go hunt some animals. But it'll also be a good chance for us to desert, glacial, acrid planets, supercritical planet, Hyperborean moon. Let's try desert planet. That should be pretty easy to see stuff. Pretty easy to find what we're looking for. Alright, gotta find a crashed freighter. Gotta find animals to smoke. Gotta find a bunch of planetary, what do you call them? Outposts. And after that, I think it's just pretty much running into rendezvous points until we get to that fifth and final leg of the expedition. Let's make sure we're on the daytime side of the planet. So we're not hunting around in the dark. Alright, you guys, it's time to go Luke Skywalker on this. Time to start smoking womp rats. What do we get from this? Frigate fuel, mineral compressor, explosive drones, and holographic analyzer. I don't know if we got room in our inventory for all that right now. Let's take it low and slow. Ow. Look out for crashed freighters and tiny animals. Ow. What happens if you hit a critter with a rocket launcher? That's what we're going to find out. That is a sentinel outpost. Don't think we should stop, though. My mouse has died. Ow. Give it a sec, give it a sec. Mouse, come back online. There we go. So far, I have not seen any critters or any crashed frigates. Maybe it really is a dead planet. Let's check the discoveries. You don't have to, I wonder, you don't have to land in order to start registering fauna and flora and stuff, do you? touchdown. Now we're being told that there's 7 types of critters here.
Extreme sentinel bird. Extreme sentinel bird.
Extreme sentinel threat. Don't love that. Not getting any tone on these birds. Man. How hard is it to hit a bird with a shotgun? Man. Alright, well, let's scan these so that we're not running into them again.
Units received.
What else is out there? More flying stuff. Listen, I want something that crawls. Something that's slow. Something that's large. That presents a suitable target. Aha!
Units received.
Just what the Spaceman ordered. Mordite by the pound. More Mordite, please and thank you. Scanning. Scanning. We're on safari. We also get some meaty chunks. Ah, a new type of prey.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated.
Sentinels, leave me alone. Please and thank you. Well done, Spaceman. Alright, let's get back to the ship. Where did we park? Ah, there we are. Oh, sentinels! Sentinels! Oh, we got an aggressive critter? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah! Sorry, where is my ship? How did I lose my whole ship? Oh, there it is. There it is. Don't even scan me. Don't even scan me. Don't even worry about it. Okay, we've got
Warning.
Mordite for days.
Activated.
Gotta figure out the conversion rate to Facium. Still think we need more Facium. I could double check, but I thought we need like 40 of those. Let's check the log here. trying to make a double cultivation chamber. Oh no, so we do have enough. No problemo then. Alright, we'll just let these guys chill for a second. And then it's back on the hunt. For, how you say, crashed freighters. Nanite farm with teleporter. That sounds cool. Friendly neighborhood nanite farm? Ow, Jesus! See, this is why I love having the Corvettes, because you can just hide in them. They don't count as being airborne, even though they're in the air. So they don't summon sentinel ships. Alright, let's bounce. Let's head this way, just in case we do find a crashed freighter. See, it seems like that should be its own class of navigation data. That would really help. Oh, speak of the devil. Perfect. Log extraction, let's read that log. Yada yada yada. Sentinel ships. 16. Alright, that turned out to be easier than I thought. Just a matter of actually finding one of these. So we are done with phase 2, everything short of reaching the second rendezvous. A lot of salvaged nonsense. Still gotta chart some waypoints. Last thing we gotta do on this planet. Alright. Let's get started on that then. Water route. Transmission tower detected. Alright, how far out are we? Quite a bit, so we'll take back to space. The fact that we gotta do 5 of these is a little annoying. But we'll struggle through it. Coming in for a landing. Using these, right? The charting beacons. Ooh, it's getting cold out here. So that counts as 1. one. Okay. A planetary archive. Wow. At a charming distance of quite a ways. So it's back into orbit. And let's lock in our target. Back into the sunshine, that's what we need. Oh, during the break, I meant to bring up, as much as I was hyping Frankenstein, terrible film that I saw recently, not Frankenstein, but another one. I was watching this movie the other night called The Long Road, or no, The Long Walk? The Long Walk, that's right. It's based on a Stephen King book, based on a Stephen King book. But talk about the most depressing, needlessly futile, tragic movie I've ever seen. Just a feel-bad time. What can we buy and sell here? I feel like this plasma... Oh, I don't need chunks. I don't need meaty chunks anymore, so we can get rid of that. I don't think I need hydraulic wiring. I think that's just taking up space in my inventory. Yeah, it's based on this... So it's based on a Stephen King book where basically it's like some post-Civil War America or something like that, but not like the actual Civil War, like another one. Like stuff got even worse. It's one of those dystopic type situations, right? And for whatever reason, there's this event, and it reads an awful lot like Hunger Games. But of course, Hunger Games came way afterward. In the sense that the conceit is you get contestants from all 50 of the US states. And they all have to compete in this, what is called the Long Walk, which is some yearly or however so often event, where it's basically a death march. So you're walking from point A to point B basically until there's only one person left. And all the while, you know, you're making friends with these other guys along the way. You're getting to know them, and they're just dropping. And really just not a great time to watch. What is the actual... What counts as the unlock for this space? This place is too big. Where's the actual beacon? Is there one? Did I fall for a ruse? Did they pull a fast one on old Spaceman? Oh, not these guys again. What are they even doing around here? Betcha they can't follow me in here. Nothing I can do with this. Alright, I don't know what... Find waypoint beacons outside most planetary structures. Awesome. So not a guarantee. So glad that we spent, you know, all that nav data. Alright, let's try for another one. So this means regardless that we are going to have to go back to... a shelter detected. If I was a shelter... That's not the shelter. Where's the shelter? Where's the one we're looking for? Don't tell me I was too close to a structure. That's the Colossal Archive. That's not what I want to find, though. I actually don't like that at all, thank you. Transmission tower. Whereabouts? On another planet? Fine. We'll take it. What are we sitting at here? Almost 10. Okay. I still think we can... It's all going to depend on that fifth course of Chivos. We may still have to do some more of this tomorrow. There we are. We know we've got chart towers here. Alright, last one. Then we've got some more on the frigate. We can grab those. A minor settlement. Don't mind if I do. Thank goodness for the orbital pathing in this game. right where to lock on. I don't think you can dock Corvettes on these landing pads, can you? They're probably a little too big. No. See, the ones I fly would probably fit, but I've seen other people's who use, you know, the whole canvas that you're afforded. Got any cartographers here? Tech merchant. No. Actually, hold on. Do we sell some tech that I know I'm not going to use? Guess not. Okay.
Technology recharge.
So it's back to space and back to the freighter then. We can build our double chamber room, whatever, the growth chamber. And we can pick up the extra planetary maps that we need. I think this is prioritizing flying to the space station. We'll just have to come at a warp at the right time. Switch targets. Just like that. Couldn't be easier. What do we even call our freighter? Obviously this isn't the one that we're gonna keep for good. But we're gonna need a name for our space freighter. Alright, that is our... storage room, which we don't need anymore. Double cultivation chamber. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice look. I like all the orange accenting. I like that. I like that. That's gonna give us more plans and a collection of plantable seeds. Wow. Bio rooms. Nutrition rooms. Reclaven, how you doing? Now your nip operation complete. Is that what it's about? Oh man. I didn't even think of that. We could be freightering around freaking contraband. You're right. We've been playing this game all wrong. We've been going about it all wrong. That's where the credits are at. It always ends in nip farming. There's only one road to space riches. And it's exactly what you think. Start storing a bunch of junk that we don't need. Still got plenty of storage on our ship. That's helpful. But we have a busted matter beam. I also don't know what the range on that matter beam is. Might be worth considering, though. And what do we need? Magnetic resonators. Can I build those, or do I buy those? I can build those. Infinite. Infinite, like, within system, or infinite, like, within galaxy? Between straight freighter storage and you? Oh, same system. Okay, same system. Still need to chart a couple of waypoints, and then it's mostly just digging up stuff, earning nanites. All right, let's find 2 more waypoint points and dig up some stuff. Oh, no. So same system, just the O to 9 storage. The freighter storage is fair game no matter where you are. Okay. Well, that's pretty good too. Let's go find some stuff. Ancient bones. That's cool. What else we got? High sentinel activity. I don't want to go there then. Go back here. Salvageable scrap. We love salvageable scrap. That's a thing. Since we gotta dig stuff up anyways, it might as well be that. Oh, and happy expedition! Know a fellow spacefarer. It's nice to get out with something to actually do. True. Plus, this is stuff that, you know, was around way before we got into the game. So now that we're kind of invested, and we kind of know what we're doing almost, we can actually enjoy it. No. We don't just blue for the sake of bluing. Bluing costs $1.99. Spend those cadet credits wisely. Hey, just like Ghost. 99 served. We're about to tip over into our 100th cup of blue. Let's scan. Ow. Pull up. Abandoned building. Is an abandoned building? Flavin, you got it! Well done. Enjoy that. Taste the taste of 100 servings of blue slushy. Hostile scan detected. Get out of here, pirates. Yield units. Should we bargain? How about no, loser? Listen, I'm busy.
Hostile ships approaching.
I'm literally so busy. Oh, Fine. What, is it just one guy? It was just one guy. Thought he could tango with us. Okay, is there a chart tower here? Yes, there is. We take it then. Sentinels, not now. I'm so busy. I'd love for you not to be here. I'd love for you not to be looking for me. Alright, let's see what the next charted point of interest is going to be. Absolutely no. They won't even wait for me. A freighter crash site. So we can randomly find freighter crash sites, okay, but that doesn't count as one of these diddly-doos. Alright, I just gotta rope these dopes around the outside of the building for 10 seconds. Then get in my ship before they decide to spot me again. And lift off. Distress beacon, no. Like it never happened. Like it never happened. Please, just give me another building. Another distress signal? No, another abandoned building. But where? Where is it? Sorry, it better not be this one, because we were just there. Were we not just here? No, this is actually another abandoned building. Like 2 streets over from the last one. What are the odds? Oh no, it is the same one. Son of a gun. And there's sentinels getting on my biz. That was a waste. Listen, we're getting out of atmosphere. Let's try this again. So we only got one of these left. Abandoned building again. What is it going to take to convince you that I don't want to find the same thing over and over and over again? You know what though? We can rely on friendly neighborhood other players because they've set up little waypoints here. We can just follow the trail to a communication station. Whoever did this is an absolute G. That's not a communication station, that's a crashed freighter. There's no... Yeah, we can't use that. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're about, man. Alright, what about this one? Maybe this one is an actual communication station? Planetary interference. I'm starting to think that communication station is just the word for the beacon. If this turns out to be another crashed freighter, I'm gonna know that we got rused. Not quite. It is a sentinel outpost. And it looks like there is a beacon here. So that'll do. Save and chart. It took us a minute, but we figured it out. Please get me out of here. Just gotta Alt-Tab so we can snooze and add. There we go. Pew. So what is left? Rendezvous. Rendezvous. Dig up buried items, right? We forgot about that. Star systems, nanites. And then on to phase 5. So I don't even think we need the freighter to get to the rendezvous points. It's probably easier and less expensive on antimatter just to take our little piddly little ship. And also discover some other systems along the way. Alright, so back down planet side, let's find some salvageable junk. We gotta actually get out of the ship for that. Not like the Corvettes making it so easy. We're getting spoiled now. Perfect sound effects. There's a salvageable scrap container. Why does there have to be sentinels? Why am I getting bullied? I didn't sign up for this. I didn't ask for this. Okay, good. Sentinels actually get lost. Those Gravitino balls? We love some Gravitino balls. Oh my god, what was that? Critters. Would you chill? That's what you get, man. I didn't even want to do that. Okay, does that count as digging up? Buried items? No. So digging up buried items must mean like, not salvaged containers, but like the gray ones? What are those called? There. Buried tech modules. If only they could be discreet and consistent about what they actually want you to do. No, that would be too easy, Spaceman. Too easy for this space game. That didn't count either. Alright, so what are we actually looking for? Recover lost objects. Locate buried items using the analysis visor. Use a terrain manipulator to excavate buried items. Yeah. Have we not just done that? Activate target sweep to locate lost objects at a distance.
Toxins detected.
Buried mineral formation. Okay.
Sentinel drones activated.
So only very specific things. Ow, man. I'm actually taking damage for once? What is the deal? Alright, we're not gonna die on this terrible planet. God, high sentinel activity sucks.
Technology recharge.
Where are the sentinels at? They're over there, they're coming for me. God, there's so many. Oh, looks like we are stuck in an ad break. Apologies, everybody. We didn't shut that off quick enough. Don't have the aggro range of those stone creatures. You know what? We don't even have to worry about sentinels if we just go underground. Spaceman, you figured it out, you genius. You absolute genius. Sure we fill that up again so they don't find us. Okay. So we got that. Now we just need to hit all the rendezvous. 1, 2, 3 rendezvous. We'll earn nanites from those. Discover systems along the way, and then it's on to phase 5. Not much more to it. Call the ship back in, because I ain't trying to sneak past all these bad boys. Where's the ship? It's a ways out there, so let's call her in. Alright, now for the jumps. Pick up some some more tritium where and when we can. You never know when you're gonna get stuck in space. Start plotting in a course for the second rendezvous, which is going to be whereabouts? Oh, quite a ways out there. My favorite pal, Vector Spaceman. How you doing, soul? We're making calculated, purposeful jumps. No hyperdrive installed. We don't even have a hyperdrive in this bad boy? We are a failure of a spaceman. How are you doing, Soul? You're doing good, you're doing good. Hope your weekend was swell. We need microprocessors. I know where we can find some microprocessors. Got a 4-day weekend, nice. We take 4-day weekends. We love 4-day weekends. Yeah, we are making do, you know? We're a real space Boy Scout. See, I'm not even sure if I'm right in thinking so, but I'm just presuming that it's a lot cheaper on gas to have the little tiny ship do all these jumps than to have the freighter do. Might get free food tomorrow if you get the energy to go out. Well, listen, you go out, you get the free food. The free food, it's fuel. It energizes you. You know? That's just math. That's just science. That's calorie in, calorie out right there. Earth and Saturn shouldn't be that close. Good news, that ain't Earth and Saturn. That's just some rando planets in some distant galaxy with me, the Vector Spaceman. Look, we got aliens. We got a whole thing going on here. We got robot people. If I wake up after 5 p.m., I got rank grinding to do. Boy, it never ends. Okay, now we got a hyperdrive. Now we just gotta charge it with some warp cells. I got warp hypercores, I got frigate fuel. And I got warp cells in the exosuits. Awesome. Let's sell off some of the Corvette pieces that we found buried in the ground. Sorry, guy, didn't mean to talk to you. Don't want to talk to you. No, it's fine. Goodbye. Because you never know when you're going to need a little walking around money. Don't think I need glowing minerals. What are those good for? Oh, we crack them open. We crack them open for some goodies. Oh, we can do that. We can do that. What did we get? Something cool? Something rad? Whatevs. Season ends in 3 days and I'm barely getting Celestial. If it doesn't help that I can only play on weekends. See, that's why we're grinding out in No Man's Sky right now. Because we're on a limited time expedition. We gotta get that limited time loot. Outback Steakhouse? That's not bad. Get a real taste of Australia, mate. Start my day off with breakfast at Denny's, get second breakfast from Wendy's, then you get third breakfast, aka lunch. No, third breakfast, aka brunch. Fourth breakfast, aka lunch. Fifth breakfast, aka dinner. Supper, perhaps. It's an all-day affair.
Technology recharge.
Oh wow, that only charged half of my hyperdrive? Shoot. Alright, what do we need for more warp cells? Antimatter housing and antimatter. We need ferrite dust. Can we turn pure ferrite back into dust? No, it becomes magnetized. Can we turn magnetized ferrite back into dust? Where's my magnetized ferrite at? Nope, just back into pure ferrite. Shucks. Alright. Means we're gonna have to go pick up some rocks. Happen to have 2 Buffalo Wild Wings to go to in the area, so I'll be getting some wings and fries for sure. Haven't figured out the rest yet. No, I don't have any rusty metal either. Means we're gonna have to go bust some rocks. See, I went and I got efficient by turning all of that ferrite dust into magnetized ferrite. Just figured, alright, condense it down, save space. Spaceman, you fool. Alright, let's see how far we can jump, though. We can make one jump at a time. I really should have double-checked that trajectory.
Hostile ships approaching.
Oh, get out of here, hostile ships. I ain't even trying to deal with you right now. Warp jammers? Well, come on then. Alright, guess we gotta have a fight. Sadly, though, I'm too full from eating throughout the day to enjoy the Golden Corral free all you can eat. How come nobody's giving out free food where Spaceman's at? Get back here. We got tone. Man, those rockets do not mess around, huh? What do you mean, Soul? Golden Corral's good, but got some gross habits? What do you mean, gross habits? Oh, that's right, because it's Veterans Day tomorrow. Or Armistice Day, or Remembrance Day, or whatever it is where you're at. That makes sense now. We got veterans. We got service members. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about Soul protecting his country. Keeping America safe. Working HVAC, you get to figure out some gross... Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. A bunch of nasty gunk. Just all up-ins. I get what you mean. Mold in the ice maker? Why in the ice maker, though? There's no need for that. Hyperdrive has no fuel. Can I use a warp hypercore? Sure can use a warp hypercore. That's not nice, just because the gunk's trying to reach out and pet you and give you hugs. Yeah, it just wants to be your friend. On the inside, in your lungs, in your sinuses. Who doesn't want, you know, a nice furry coating all throughout their esophagus? Alright, finally we make it to the next spot. Hard to believe we've done pretty much everything without getting to the second rendezvous. We will dock in the space station. Just for a moment. Just to get the waypoint. Let's see if we can't buy some ferrite dust here. That'll save us some time. As any good spaceman would do, you're absolutely right. Always be docking. Always be space docking. Yeah, we can get some ferrite dust. Oh yeah, that's ferrite dust for days, though. Hex yeah. Some uranium? Can't we use uranium for hyperdrive as well? I can't recall. Space, yeah, all the kids are space docking these days, don't you know? Haven't you heard? That's what's up, that's what's happening. What the heck is this? Pirate transponders. Ooh. This. Oh shoot. Well, that should have us enough warp cells for a minute. Of course, the bird. Yes, the bird is a bird. Let me sell some pirate transponders while we're here, make some of our money back. P is for pirate transponder. Mm-hmm. Don't mind if I do. Let's go get that rendezvous. Okay, setting a course. Where are you? On the far side here. Yonder moon. We're approaching an overgrown planet. A nearby point of object of interest detected. What could it be? An incoming message on trade frequency. Hey, robot. They want to trade, but they seem cautious. Let's examine the manifest. Is there anything we really need? Not really. So we could save ourselves some trouble and buy some more antimatter. But are we gonna need it? I don't know. We'll buy it.
Received.
And we'll buy some goop,
Product received.
because we can turn goop we can turn residual goop into viscous fluids. And you know we love viscous fluids. Nice part of salvageable scrap, early game becomes a lot easier. Yo, yeah, like, we really only got started during the Corvette expansion. And we were making so much credit. Oodles of cash. Space billions over here. Land to begin search. I wonder if it's this place. Hello, entity. Is this the, Oh, this wasn't even the place. It's something over yonder ridge. It's like it's right there. Oh, perhaps it's yonder monolith. To be fair, the last one of these was a monolith as well, so maybe they're all going to be like this. They want us to put in elements and what have you. Right, but I don't really need to do anything with this, do I? Unless it's going to turn out to be all this stuff here. Where it's like, hey, you were supposed to activate all of the rendezvous along the way. That would suck. That would be a disastrous and frankly cruel move. So you know what? Fine. Fine.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology
We'll
recharge.
activate the glyphs. Can I say don't? Or is it a don't? Is it a don't move? No need? Okay. We take that advice. No need to waste our precious catalytic elements. Okay, let's check on our fluids. We'll convert fluids into slime. Yes. Now back to the stars. And we can start charting our way toward the next rendezvous point. Which is going to be how far this time? 1, 2, 3, 4 more jumps. What is it now, 10:30? I think we can get this all finished up tonight, depending on, well, I guess it depends on what that, as of yet. Well, if we keep running into pirates, then yeah, it's gonna take forever. Get back here, you. I got no tone. Free blast into this one. Escape possible? For them or for us? Call the space ambulance, but not for me. I guess these guys just never think to skedaddle, huh?
Hostile ships defeated.
Super duper. And just like that, he was gone. What a hero. Just a spaceman in the night. Well, that's a mighty fine ship you have there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. Yeah, you know, you gotta negotiate. You gotta reason. There's no reason that we can't be civilized and sensible, you know? No fuel in the hyperdrive. Use our last warp hypercore.
Recharge.
This will make 3 out of 5. Good thing we built so much of that warp fuel. As before, we're gonna want to dock in the Space Station. Did we get any pirate transponders this time? A little more walking around money? Let's check. Oh, we sure did. We got one. We take 85,000 credits. Why not?
Units received.
And what can we buy that's cool? Some rusty metal? I don't think we need any rusty metal. Though it does make cheap ferrite. Why not? We'll buy some rusty metal. Speaking of cheap goods, we can turn our living slime into runaway mold. We got a whole process. See, it's just like the HVAC, Sol. We got runaway mold. processing. Spending a lot of time just zipping around this expedition, I gotta say. Let's see if we can't try not to get tricked this time. We're looking for a monolith. We got beacons nearby. Oh, look at that. That looks like what we're looking for. Whoa! Landed right in a hole. Third rendezvous. Once more, back to the stars. No launch fuel. Okay, let's make some launch fuel. We need dihydrogen and metal plates. No, I didn't end up grabbing uranium. Is that what we use for the launch fuel? As a substitute? I couldn't remember if it was a substitute for launch fuel or if it was a substitute for hyperdrive fuel. I'll keep that in mind, though. See, I'm just so used to the Corvettes not having to land now. I'm saving so much money.
Technology recharge.
Alright, onward to our fourth. Oh, look, it's only 2 jumps away. How considerate. Let me guess, pirate encounter? Sure is. They couldn't make it easy on us. Now, why won't it let me lock onto the stuff that's actually close? Why is it prioritizing a guy who's way over here that I can't even see? It's like, come on, game. Be real now. Be really real. Be for real, for real. Tell you what, those rockets are growing on me. That should be it.
Hostile ships defeated.
And just like that, he was gone. What a hero. Oh, it was 3 jumps. It was 3 jumps. They fooled us. Just a short little skip here. And we'll be right on the cusp of our 5th and final rendezvous. Ooh, look at that. An outlaw station. I hate outlaw stations. Because when you try to land in a Corvette, you gotta walk the whole way. We got any trade outpost here? Salvage dealer? No. Bounty master? No. Contraband agent? I mean, we could buy some illegal black market goods.
Product perceived.
No?
Perceived. Product perceived.
Flip it for some fast cash. Get any more pirate stuff? We did not. They're still nicer than space, you think? Scrap dealer, no. You're kind of falling apart, you know? As soon as they put in proper teleporters for Corvettes, then I'm going to be more fond. Way to a barren planet. Just realizing we haven't taken no screenshots of any of the Chivo positions today. Alright, we're seeing a marker over here. Is that going to be our monolith? Sure looks like it. Thank goodness for other players, you know? Saving us some trouble. Need to make a game where pirates live in luxury instead of rundown dilapidation. Well, of course, they're the ones making the real money. Okay, we got that. Need to reach the final rendezvous. See, the thing about No Man's Sky is, like, I don't feel like there's a point to being like the underhanded, roguish trader sort of thing, right? Make a game from the ground up where that's kind of like the essence of gameplay, you know? Like GTA in space. That'd be worth playing. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps. Man. Maybe we can off-road it part of the way. Get some of these Discover system Chivos along the way, because we still got to discover 8 Chivo, 8 systems. How's our fuel looking? Not great.
Technology recharge.
Man, it cost 4 of those just to fully recharge. Special drives required. Out of jump range. planning a fully pirate run at some point? Live off of pirate systems and only use the normal systems to sell illicit goods? See, that sounds fun. Why? Why more of these fights? We've proven we can do it once. How many times do you need to do this? We're just padding at this point. See, if I'm chasing a target, let me lock onto the guy that I'm shooting. No need to be difficult. If I could, like, tab to the next target. Also can't really tell what's a foe and what's a friend. That's my fault, though. There you are. Got eyes on target. No, you gotta get the Star Wars experience. Gotta get big dogfights in space. Okay, 3 to go. 2 to go. 1 more. Where are you at? Let's get this over and done with. Perfect. Oh, we got some good transponders. We got some good... Ooh, we got some Gek relics. Fine.
Hostile ships deleted.
Don't want to talk to these guys. We want to dip. On our way. Discovered by Rad Bread. I think we're using up about like 25% of our jump fuel every time we do one of these warps. I'll have to double check. But I think we're gonna have to make some more fuel. Yeah. We'll top it off.
Technology recharge.
That looks like a cool planet. That's like an Earth-like with a ring system. That's fun. A temperate planet. Rad isn't awesome or rad isn't bad for your nuclear... You know what? I hadn't considered. Now I'm a little less jazzed on it. Rendezvous 5 coming up. Last one. We'll get to see those secret Chivos now. And maybe, just maybe, close this whole thing out tonight. Saw someone early land in the system discovered by sexy women lover. See, there's not really a whole lot of, like, at least on Steam, you can just, like, change your name whenever. Be whoever you want to be. And I don't know what sort of measures No Man's Sky has in place to deal with, like, nasty names and stuff. What are these? Floating things? Are those plants or those critters? This place is weird, man. It's a plant or something. Okay. Collect flux readings. Because they're going to give us an historiographical dosimeter. So what the heck are flux readings?
Storm clearing.
Yeah, they do land pretty hard, don't they? Readjusting your spine.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
What do we do here? Use the device to transmit historial data from alien artifact sites. How do we do that? Use the historiographical dosimeter to submit data from alien artifact sites. Purchase planetary charts from a space station cartographer. Okay, so we need charts. We need planetary charts. Don't think we have any left because we used them all up. Let's go to the nearest space station then. Nana, how you doing? Heckin' heck, it is the Vector Spaceman. Heckin' heck, it's Lunana. Our favorite space rat. How you doing? How's your Monday going? Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're living out your dreams. Hope everything's going well. Heckin'. So I was so super stoked about the snow because, like, so for anybody who don't know, we're gonna take a minor break here. So below the station, in Space Canada, Space Southern Ontario, we got record-breaking early snowfall. And it was like a beautiful coating. It wasn't just like a little bit of dusting, a little bit of slush, that sort of thing. It was like a big fat snowfall. Early schnar, that's right. And it was the kind of schnar that's like, you know, a little insulated even, so you could like walk around and it wasn't that cold. It was nice. Spaceman was out there. Spaceman was having a good time. It wasn't the depressing kind of snow, you know? December snow over January snow? I agree. 100% agree. But November snow? I'm usually not a fan of November snow. Because November snow is more of a harbinger. And it's usually dirty, dusty, icy snow. But no, we got good snow. We got good first snow this year. If you need a break from the snow, come visit me, 26 Celsius. See, so on the other hand, I love that as well. But it's not practical to just jet to the other side of the continent. November and February snow is ew. You're absolutely right. February snow is like winter getting one last gut punch in. When you know you should be getting hyped up for springtimes, you know? Springtime for Spaceman. And friends. Walking over now, we'll get tacos. See, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan right there. Tonight we're playing a little No Man's Sky. We're finishing up a little Expedition. Chit-chatting with the Space Cadets. Trying to get some Chivos. Trying to get this whole thing finished up tonight. We're super duper close. Come along for the ride. Google says a 38-day walk, so see you next month. Isn't it worth it though? Go said he'd buy you tacos. And you'd get to say, I once walked from, you know, one side of the continent to the other. That's a story. Heckins, oh, for crying out loud. Did we bring in the whole crew again? How are you doing, Shiro?
Technology recharge.
Yeah, Shiro's red. Shiro's red. Shiro's looking red. Got to run to the store. How about me? I'm doing okay. We're finishing up this little timed expedition in No Man's Sky. Getting some Chivos going on. Get some rewards. It's a very laid-back kind of stream. I hope you're having a fine Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope everything's going well. You played League of Legends? What is League of Legends? League of Legends? I'm so glad that I never got hooked on League of Legends. I lost so many friends to League of Legends. Just their minds consumed. Forever corrupted. Yearn for those minds. Yep, Spaceman never got into any like sort of MOBA or anything like that. I think it's because like I never played the games that like inspired them, maybe? Because I never played like the Dota stuff or whatever that was like based in like the old Warcraft games. Me like the click 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 and cute girls. See, I don't know if it's an option that they have now, but I could just never get behind the clicking. And I think it's because I wasn't a big like RTS guy. If they would let me move around with like WASD, like I was controlling like a third person like shooter or something like that, and aim with the mouse from that top-down perspective, then I'd probably be more on board with it. But it was the clicking. I couldn't get behind the clicking. Also, thank you for lurking, Jiro. Always good to see ya. It was simply a matter of gameplay. That is a pretty slick dog emote, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're up in the space station. We're gonna sell some drugs. We're gonna sell some other counterfeit materials and contraband. Boy, we turned a hefty profit on that. Good call. If Vector had a space companion, what would it be? Maybe we turn Ghost into a space duck? Maybe. So there is a... There is kind of a cat around Harbor Station. That I've wanted to try to work into stuff. My friend has a... I'll tell the whole story. So my friend has a cat named Wimmy. Calls it Wimmy. And I always, like, as soon as I heard that name, I thought, what is that, short for WHMIS or something like that? Like Workplace Hazardous Materials Identification System or what have you? And from that moment, I really liked the idea of having a workplace safety cat around Harbor Station. I think that would be a good character. You know, just hanging around behind the counter, you know? Yeah, Health Inspector Cat, exactly. And it works out perfect because that lends itself so well for skit potential. When you think, you know, we've used Michael for stuff in the past. Cat plus rat, instant shenanigans. The scripts, why they write themselves. Alright, we need planetary charts. It'd be funny if Vector had a floating blue slush robot that decided to follow him around. Suppose so. Imagine how much fun a health inspector would have with a blue slushy machine. Just space cadets guzzling down that blue slush all day, every day. I want charts. Okay, we need planetary charts. But what kind of charts do we need? Alien artifact sites. Okay. We want alien artifact sites. Yeah, Space Cat's pretty cute. Why does it look like it's sitting on a toilet instead of a chair? Because the Gek are just nasty aliens. Alright, let's try some of these.
Product received. Product received.
Do you need hammer? I don't know. I don't know the physiology of these little lizard men. These little weirdos. I'm not sure I want it, if I'm entirely honest. Alright, saved. Is it gonna show me... No, we gotta do these, like, in order. Okay. If that's the case, then... we've got all this stuff, and we still have to discover systems. So I think that's probably going to be a tomorrow job. We seem to have the equipment for this first little bit, but that seems like it's going to be a tomorrow job, you guys. Because we are just a few minutes away from having to run another ad, and I don't want to have to put you guys through that. So we can just call it there. Easy peasy. Sorry if it seems a little abrupt for everybody who just showed up. But it is like a little past 11 right now, so it's a good time to call it. And we'll reconvene tomorrow for the end of our expedition. But of course, we can't just end it high and dry. We gotta check over on Twitch, see who else is streaming tonight. Send you off to see some friends. Who's streaming? Let's see. You're very welcome, Ghost. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Claven. Thanks to Shiro and Nana and Soul and everybody who tuned in tonight. Blue Bomba, Dee Dee, everybody who was here. You know we appreciate it. Tonight, we are gonna go see... let's see here. we're going to raid into... Let me just see what is going on here. Make sure it's a good target. We're going to go see friend of the show, Ben Soulstone, who's playing a little Warhammer 40,000 Darktide tonight. That's one of those like extraction shooter type games, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to show up, we're going to say hi, and then we're going to peace out, because it's getting late. Let's set up that raid. Rest well. Thank you so much, Nana. Thanks again for showing up. Soulstone. There we go. Looks like that's all ready to go. Oh, I will be so comfy under the space blankets. I'm going to be ignoring all of my spacey responsibilities and tasks tomorrow. I'm going to be so cozy. Likewise, everybody get a good sleep. All right, we are good to go. We are all set up. Space Cadets, as always, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight, wherever and whenever you are. Join us again tomorrow night, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at Harbor Station. We'll catch you on the other side, Space Cadets. Until then, of course, no matter what life throws your way, good luck and Godspeed. This is Vector Spaceman, signing off. Stick around for that raid. We're going to go say hi to Ben Soulstone. Be on your best behavior. Tell him the Spaceman sent you. And we'll see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.